let's talk a little bit about architectural standards now. And fair warning, I'm not an architect. Many architects have special styles to their own workplace and their own setting and what they focus on most. But we're going to go over some of the tools. So the first thing you should know is most architectural sets and drawings have some sort of cover pages that have, a revision block on it, tables of what the doors and the windows and the lights and all those things are, and a large set of general contractors' notes. And we're not going to worry about those. You learn about those in other classes that focus on architectural design. But what we can focus on is what do these things look like and how should they be spaced and how are they placed and what are they formatted like. So let's look at the Dimstyles for architectural. And again, we're going to come back into here and you can see that I chose this one called Scale Factor 1 because on my piece of paper I want it to be written 1 high and my measurements are 1.0. Architects tend to do more work in model space than mechanical people do. So scale factor is a big deal. Sometimes things are drawn full scale and you need the text scale factor to change, and sometimes things are actually drawn at a smaller scale and you need the measurement scale factor to change. We are going to look at this only from the point of view of scale factor 1, where everything is drawn to scale and then it's presented in the viewport at scale. 1/4 equals an inch, 1/8 equals an inch, and that every letter should be written the right size on the piece of paper. So let's go into this one and let's go manage that one and see what it looks like. And again, I'm gonna make a new one called demo, just so that you can see. And I'm going to start with this scale factor 1. And you will see that we use either oblique or there's one called architectural tick. Architectural tick has a little bit more bold tick, but I have found that in AutoCAD, the oblique plots a little bit nicer. So I tend to use the architectural, the oblique instead of the architectural tick. And then all of these ones are available still. Oops, let's try that again. I hit escape there. Okay, arrow sizes. Now, architects tend to use 3/32 versus an eighth, but they can be anything. You can set those arrow sizes and the marks and everything just like what we did before. The lines set just like we did before. The text is a little bit different now. Okay, so first of all, text placement for vertical, it should be above the line. So there's the line and you place it above the line instead of breaking into the line. And on horizontal, it's sort of centered, okay, on the line. And then the view direction is usually left to right. I want to view it from this right side or from the bottom. The other thing that you'll notice is we usually align it with the dimension line. Okay, so instead of breaking and being straight across like a mechanical, it is aligned with the dimension line. So that's really common to see those. And then on the fit, we talk about, where is it going to go if it doesn't actually fit beside the line, above the line, things like that. And so it's usually beside the dimension line. And our primary units, we choose architectural. That means if there's inches, it's going to divide by 12 and make it in feet, and then figure out how many inches there are, and then how close do I need to come. Okay, and that depends on, again, what you're doing. If it's an overall building, usually a 1/4 inch or an 1/8 of an inch, but maybe if it's more complicated cabinetry work or interior work, you might get down to a 1/16 or a 32. Okay, how much round off do we use? And then here, we often use zero suppression, okay, for feet and inches. So now if I want that to not suppress there, let's go see what that would look, this one would look like. I think I just took the suppression off. Let's put that one on the demo. See, that one gives me now 0 feet, 5 feet, 0 inches. So that's called zero suppression, either in front of or behind. Okay, and usually we don't use tolerances and things like that in architectural. They're just they just measure it to what you see. So that's a little bit. And again, we talked a little bit about what those placements look like. The first line are windows, doors, and internal walls, external walls, and then an overall with nice, neat spacing as you go. And you can see this one in my demo, I didn't get the greatest placement there. So let's go ahead and put a linear dimension in from here. Try that again and try to snap to the right place. Shift right click lets me pick what I want to get to. And that one should line up here. So we use O snaps a lot as we do those. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Dimstyles for architectural. I suggest you get in there and play with them and see what they look like. Know where you go to get those. It's the type of thing that you do need to change fairly frequently. And then get used to assigning things to different Dimstyles. So if you click on it, you can either right-click Properties and assign that style in the Properties, or you can assign it in the Annotation bar. And if you're in the Annotation tab, then you can just click it right from up here. So there's tons of ways to work with it. They're all what you choose to work with. There's even something called tool palettes, which you'll see in Design 302, that you can set them up for yourself. So there you go, a little bit about architectural Dimstyles.